Welcome to more Mentor Sentence 1. The 3 glittery green aliens cried dolefully, and your grammar and parts of speech notes that go along with it. So as a reminder, parts of speech are also often referred to as word types. You'll hear them referred to both phrases. And every sentence you write or say in English includes a few words that fall into the 9 parts of speech. And the 9 parts of speech are nouns, pronouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs, prepositions, conjunctions, articles or determiners, and interjections. The abbreviations that are listed there are the ones that are often used. They're pretty standard. They are the ones that I use when I do grammar instruction and notes, and you are welcome to use them for your own assignments as well. Parts of speech are usually divided into what are known as open classes. Those are your nouns, verbs, adjectives, and adverbs, and your closed classes. Those are your pronouns, prepositions, conjunctions, articles and determiners, and interjections. And when we call them open classes, that means that we can add words to those categories as language changes and, adjusts to the changing times we live in. So for instance, the word selfie was added to the dictionary as a noun a few years ago, and the word Google was added as a verb, as opposed to the name of the company as a noun. We say, go Google that. And they've been added to the dictionary because they are open classes of parts of speech. Language is always evolving. However, pronouns, prepositions, conjunctions, articles, determiners, interjections, those word lists are pretty much set in stone. It is very rare that they will change or things will be added or taken away from those lists in the English language. Couple things. All English word types divide into the 9 parts of speech. Some words can be more than one part of speech, depending on the context or the usage of the word, the idea of form versus function. So for instance, the word kitchen is a noun. It's a place, that's its form. But in the phrase, the kitchen table, the function of that word is now as an adjective describing the table. Whereas if we said that table is in the kitchen is a noun, it's a place. So keep in mind that depending on how a word is used, how it's functioning in a sentence, it may kind of have a different part of speech for that moment. And then I know I say that you can't have a sentence without a verb. However, the one exception to that rule, interjections can stand alone and be a sentence all on their own. For instance, just somebody going, wow, that's a sentence. It is just a solo interjection all by itself. So let's take a look at the 3 parts of speech that we find in the complete subject of our mentor sentence. So our mentor sentence complete subject starts with an article or determiner. Those are the, an, and a. They function like adjectives because they modify nouns, but they are necessary for a sentence to have the correct structure or syntax. It's very important in our language to use the, an, and a. If you were not able to use those words in your sentences, they would sound a little bit strange. Then our complete subject includes 3 adjectives, 3 glittery and green. And adjectives describe nouns or pronouns, and they usually will specify which one, how much, or what kind. And then the last part of our complete subject is the noun, the subject of our mentor sentence. And nouns are a person, place, thing, quality, activity, or idea. And if you're looking for a few examples for those different categories, you can take a look at this list right here. We have a few for each of those 6 categories so that it's easier for you to find nouns in sentences when you have to look for them. Now, the complete predicate of our mentor sentence, the complete verb, in our sentence, it is a verb and an adverb, cried and dolefully. So verbs are what happens in a sentence. They're either action words, that's what we are starting with and focusing on right now, or they will show the state of being. For instance, verbs like is or was. She is tired. She was hungry. the state of being of the subject of the sentence. And then adverbs describe verbs, adjectives, or even other adverbs. And they will specify when something happened, where it happened, how it happened, why it happened, and how much. So our mentor sentence, the 3 glittery green aliens cried dolefully. You'll notice that we've got the article or determiner for this sentence, it's the. We have our adjectives, we have 3 of them, 3, glittery, and green, all describing our subject, the noun, aliens. Our verb is cried, that's the action. And the adverb, dolefully, explains or describes how the aliens cried. So if you were to write your own sentence that followed this same exact pattern of article or determiner, adjective, noun, verb, adverb, my sentence I came up with is an aggressive, well-dressed, short porcupine ran wildly. So if you follow this same pattern, you can create exciting, unique, weird sentences as well.